Hey, welcome back to Cedar Porch Homestead. I'm JR, and today we're going to be addressing a very serious issue that we here at Cedar Porch are actually dealing with right now, and that's addiction. And of course, I'm talking about a chicken addiction. And my daughter has a bad case of it.
Look at it.
Okay, so unfortunately with her chicken addiction, I'm the enabler. And it is a tough circumstance to be in. However, here we are, and let's just walk through what kind of, or how deep this addiction goes. All right, so first off, we are here in the greenhouse, which is also our brooding house, and this is where we keep our baby chicks. So here she has 50 black sex links that she is growing out. She's growing out for future layers. Here we have a new breed of birds that we're trying for meat production, and these are called Pioneer chickens, and they are ugly. They're a hybrid of a naked neck. They're supposed to grow out really fast, be at a processing weight in about 9 to 10 weeks. We're gonna try that out. We've had some really bad experiences with Cornish cross. So we're trying this new breed out because that's what we do. We try a bunch of stuff out. So 60 of those guys there. And in our other brooder here, Miss Ashlyn hatched what she wanted to try out, which was a Barred Rock Americana mix. So that's a Americana rooster that we have and some Barred Rock hens. She took the eggs, we incubate them here on the homestead, and she just really wants to see what kind of hen production she can get out of that. There's gonna be some cockerels in there too, which are gonna be some soup birds because we don't waste anything. So we brought these Red Rangers home from the farm last night because today is processing day. And these guys are going to freezer camp. We've got 2 pens, so we've brought 30 home. This is 30 out of the 100 that we actually have, or we had, because we've already done a processing day of a little over 30. Here's another 30 we're doing today, and tomorrow we're doing the rest. So out of 100 birds, we're down to 60. These guys are going to freezer camp today, and we're not done yet. So over here in the side yard, Miss Ashlyn has got 6 ducks. Now, funny story about these ducks is that when we first got them, we bought them as runner ducks. She wanted some runner ducks that we could fence in our garden. They could be on slug and snail patrol and clean up some of our bug issues because we're trying to do organic gardening. And if you look real close, those aren't runner ducks. We got 2 runner ducks, the rest are the pekin. And I will tell you, this is a issue that you can run into when you do a Tractor Supply purchase. However, knowing your local vendors at Tractor Supply, like we kind of do, because we're always in there, they hooked us up. So sometimes all you have to do is ask. I talked to Tractor Supply and told them that unfortunately we bought these runner ducks. They weren't runner ducks, so 4 of them were the Pekin ducks, and they were nice enough to let us know when they got a new shipment of runner ducks, which was just the other day. So now we have 4 baby chicks that Tractor Supply replaced those Pekin just to make things right. So we're really happy with our Tractor Supply and that fact that they've made things right. And now we've got the runner ducks that we wanted. So if I did my math correctly, we have 160 birds on this homestead right now, which is not even the full addiction that my daughter is dealing with and not the full scale of the enabling that I've done. And we're not even talking about the quail behind me because that's my other daughter's project. Those aren't chickens and those aren't ducks. We're talking about Ashlyn and her chicken addiction. All right, well, 32 birds met their end today. They're in the fridge right now because we let them go through a little process to get that chemical reaction to let all those death chemicals kind of go for 24 hours before they go in the deep freeze. All right, now we got to get our little poultry carriers all loaded up in the truck because we're headed back out to the farm because we got a couple chickens out there too. Well, here's a little chicken addict right there. So Miss Ashlyn's got 50 Rhode Island Reds out here on pasture. They've got their egg mobile that we built for, well, I built for them. Now, me and Ashlyn built it. She did a wonderful job with me on this build. And we have them surrounded by Premier One poultry netting, so to keep them protected from some of the predators out here. And the reason why we are doing an egg mobile like this and out on pasture is because we're trying to improve the pasture on this farm that we're started. And the way we're going to be doing that is by rotationally grazing not only the chickens, but some ruminants in the future. And they are going to turn this into some amazing soil and some amazing pasture grasses so that we can keep running more and more animals on these pastures. Okay, so behind me is what we have left of our Red Rangers, and these are our meat birds that we're doing out here on the pasture. Now, we've got these awesome hoop houses that me and Ashlyn built for these guys, and we move them every single day, and they have done some amazing stuff already. I'm going to show you that in just a second while Miss Ashlyn continues her work and unloads those, because we got to load all these up because tomorrow is a processing day. Again, because, well, we've got the rest of these Red Rangers that are going in the freezer. Okay, right here is the native pasture. What we have is just a lot of Texas sedge, some thorny stuff, just really not great pasture. And I'm going to show you right here where the chickens were earlier, just a few weeks ago. And it has now changed into some amazing pasture grasses. It's starting to grow in nice and thick. And this all happened with just one run. We did 100 of these Red Rangers. We mixed them up between the two, and also we grew out our Rhode Island Reds here on the pasture as well, moving those around daily. And in just one time through, they have amazingly changed this pasture from a lot of just really undesirable plants that were not real palatable to other animals to some lush, thick, green pasture grasses. Now in our area is mostly Bahia, which is what this is. Hopefully as we continue to go through here and improve, we're going to get a lot more perennials, some awaken that native seed bank, and really get some stuff in here that is going to create a diverse, healthy, and really delicious diet for these ruminants that we plan on bringing later on this year. All loaded up?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's get these guys home. All right, so me and Miss Ashlyn got all our Red Rangers back to the house. They're in these little mobile tractors that we put in the yard, and this is to kind of hold them in place until tomorrow. So the only thing we're giving those guys tonight is some water. We pulled their feed earlier today, so that keeps when we process them tomorrow, that keeps them nice and clean. Their crops are empty and they're easier to process. And we did move them up to some fresh grass, so they get some grass to scratch through tonight as well. Okay, so my little chicken addict right here. So what was the final count? As of today, you had how many chickens under your watch?
I think it was what, 150? Here?
Just here.
Just here, but
So another 85 at the farm.
yeah.
I'm not doing math in real time, so that's a lot. That's over 200 birds. And we've got another 100 coming here in 3 weeks. But we dispatched a little over 30 this morning, and tomorrow we're going to be dispatching the rest. So, well, the rest of those. But we've got 50 production hens right now, along with, oh, I forgot, we have some more birds here on the property as well. Well, right here behind me, we've got Ashlyn's backyard layers. Now, I use these guys for my own gain because in this stationary pen, we do a deep bedding and we let them be our composters. They're our food scrap guys. Any and all things coming out of the kitchen, the garden, the yard, they all go right here, and those guys do a wonderful job of turning that into a really good start for our compost. So yeah, I forgot about these guys. I don't think I forgot about any other birds other than the 100 that we got coming in a couple weeks. Have I forgotten about any more?
Like the 100 in the greenhouse?
No, I have shared about the 100 in the green. Well, it's more than 100 in the greenhouse. We've got those naked neck Pioneer chickens. Those are going to be interesting to see how those turn out as meat birds. We've never tried those before. The Red Rangers we really, really like, but they grow out a little bit slower. So they are anywhere from 14 to 16 weeks before they hit the maturity rates and the sizes that we like. So that's going to be a 3.5 to almost 5 pound bird in that 14 to 16 weeks. So these Pioneer chickens are supposed to get to that same weight in 9 to 10 weeks, but they're supposed to be hardy, heat tolerant for our South Texas summers. So we're gonna give them a shot because we like to experiment and try new things. I keep saying we. I know I'm an enabler. This is the Addict. We're here for her. This is an intervention, but I'm not very good at it because I just keep buying her more chickens. We're gonna have to figure this out. Okay, so thank you for your support in my daughter's chicken addiction. I need probably a little bit of guidance on how to not enable this addiction as much as I have. However, I really like seeing her happy, and if you have a wife that has gotten into homesteading, a partner that has gotten into homesteading, you know it is hard to say no. And when it's a daughter, I have no ability whatsoever to say no. So I open up the checkbook and she gets more chickens. So as we build up this farm, we're actually doing this because we're trying to create a holistic approach to some really, really nutritious and delicious food, because we believe that regenerative agriculture and the way we are holistically managing our farm and the way we're raising these animals is not only going to create a healthier, happier animal, it's also going to create a better tasting animal at dinner time. So if you like our content, make sure you're subscribed, give us a thumbs up, hit that notification bell so you're notified when we come out with these new videos. If you have a question, you have a comment, absolutely leave those below. We love talking and interacting with you guys. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.